what does obsequious mean? It means servile and obedient. All right, that wraps it up for our review. I want to give a quick shout out to one of my listeners by the name of Daniel Goodson. He's from Switzerland, and he has his own language learning podcast as well over at My Fluent Podcast. That's My Fluent Podcast. Daniel is learning English, and so his podcast offers unique strategies to help people learn a second language. So if you might be learning another language, or if you want tips on the best way to learn another language, please check out Daniel's podcast over at My Fluent Podcast on iTunes. Here's an excerpt of one of his latest episodes where he interviews an Indian man who's trying to learn English, and the Indian shares with us some insight into how he himself learned English.
On this episode of My Fluent Podcast, the question is quite simple. It's how can I improve my English vocabulary?
If a person knows between 5,000 and 10,000 words, he should concentrate on how to use the words he knows more effectively rather than accumulating more words in his memory. I reached where I am today by reading voraciously, listening carefully, noting down new words and reviewing them often, and with occasional short bursts of concentrated efforts on listing new words and committing them to memory.
All right, that wraps it up for episode 53. Thanks for listening. Please leave me a review on iTunes if you haven't, and we'll see you on episode 54. Bye-bye.